I'm on patrol, and I really don't want to get any demerits on me. And I kind of like the status that I have here, and I don't want to do any other jobs. So I think I'm just going to stay on patrol. But maybe if you're still there, I'll stop by Ken's after I'm done here in about another 4 or 5 hours.
Alright, if I can still recognize you by that point, I will welcome you.
All right. So old Robert and the others, they kind of just skedoodle right away. Good job on the acting fast there. That was really good. Very nice. So as you guys get back over towards Ken's, you guys get back to the center of town.
Alright, at this point I think I was speaking to everyone else. At this point I think it's probably best if we just play normal for a little bit. I'd like to find the Colonel and let them know what's going on also.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, something's definitely going on here, guys. Something definitely doesn't seem right in Dellsbury. You know, it doesn't. You know, especially now with the, the mayor having his little secret den meeting, wanting the military out. You know, Johnson's still missing. Seems some people are loyal to the mayor. Some people, kind of don't agree with the mayor. You've met a few that don't. So, as you guys are starting to get back to Main Street, there is a woman with 2 young girls, probably about 6 to 8 years old, and she approaches you just as you guys are kind of making your way around and kind of walking, kind of inconspicuously trying to get away from from the patrol, and you guys actually end up down by the clothing store. So, just as you're, outside of the clothing store, Mary Anderson, she kind of says, "Oh, hey, how's it going, Mrs. Rose? How you doing today?"
Good evening, Miss Mary.
How you doing?
And then she goes back in. Well, this woman with 2 young girls comes up to you as as Miss Anderson goes back into the clothes store. She's kind of looking around nervously, looking at you guys. She comes up to you guys and say, "Please, we really need to talk. The town," and she's looking around, looking all around her, and she says, "The town really needs your help before we're all dead, and I've got nowhere else to turn." And she introduces herself as Rebecca Erickson, and she tells you that her husband used to be the mayor of Dalesbury, and she is pleading with you to talk to you in private, and to please come back to her house.
Well, I'm for it. Let's, lead on if everyone else is willing to hear her out.
Yeah.
Can I tell her she's like really sincere about this, or?
No, yeah, she looks nervous, and you can give me a notice check also. Give me a notice check. Yeah, she seems like she's genuine, as you see her kind of looking over her shoulders and kind of like, really clutching onto her children, and you could tell the fright in her voice also. And she asks you, please come back to my home. We need to talk, and everybody in the town really needs your help before we're all dead. And I've got nowhere else to run, and I just can't keep this anymore. I just can't not say anything. She says, please come back to my home.
I think we should go, but I think we should probably take the long way around, if you know what I mean. That way, in case you're being watched.
Right.
If you're that scared, then they may have suspicions that you might be trying to talk to us. So maybe we should try to do this a little.
Yeah, we're not exactly
quietly.
their favorite people right now.
Yeah, they're fixing to kick us out.
Which
soon,
house
so.
is it?
Yeah,
house is yours?
she gives you the directions to her house, and she says, please meet me there in about 5 minutes, and I'll just leave the front door open, and you can just come right on in. You know, and
Right.
she actually has, you know, she has tears in her eyes when she's telling you this. Sort of, you know, she's got, you know, whatever type of eyeshadow that she had on has been definitely been running. I mean, she's definitely upset. And all right, so you know, you guys, the last thing she tells you guys before you depart is, Mayor Lewis, he killed my husband, and he killed my husband to take control of Dalesbury. If he hasn't stopped, oh my God, he'll feed them all of the creatures before he's finished. He'll feed all of the creatures before he's finished, and we need your help. So you guys, you know, over the next 5 minutes or so, you make it to Rebecca Erickson's house. You know, doors open. You guys are very cautious. You walk in, and she is there. You know, she's there. She, you know, she's just getting there as well. She tells her girls, she sends them off to their rooms, and you know, asks you guys if you're thirsty or need anything to drink, and you know, you guys have the floor.
All right. Now, who's all around with us?
Let's see. Who we have here is you, Steve, Rose, Jax. There's also Zachary and Michael, and that's it. Greg, Dave, and Timothy, they're off somewhere. Joe and Samantha are probably off somewhere also.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's Rebecca Erickson. She's the one that's giving you the, you know, asking you if you want anything cool to drink, or coffee or tea. And also, you know, she looks very nervous the whole time, very fidgety. Seems to always be like looking down the hallways and out the windows and whatnot as she's, you know, getting everyone drinks. And you know, she shuffles her kids off up into their rooms.
Alright. I gotta start pretending to be, or Sam realizes that it needs to pretend to be 13 again, so I'm gonna have to dumb it down a little.
Sam is so experienced for his age of what, 13?
Right. And we chopped it up to
a trained assassin.
Kind of, yeah.
A trained assassin and spy and espionage at 13. I love it.
Right.
And so very well spoken.
I know. Alright. So Sam speaks up, finally.
Mm-hmm. Yes, darling. Do you want some iced tea?
I would, thank you.
All right, she gets you an iced tea. Of
She
course.
walks out to the
Well, she
room.
gets you a tea, no ISO.
Okay, yeah. As she walks out to the room, I look to the others. Yeah, I thought it was kind of suspicious that story with the mayor, and no one really questioned that coincidence.
There's a whole lot of suspicious going on around here.
Although, to be honest, quite honest, Miss Rose, regardless of what happened, and we don't know for sure because we don't have his side of the story, he has been a good mayor for this town.
That we know of.
Right, and of course we don't know his side of the story. There's always two sides
Master
of the
of
story.
ranged weapons, master of everything.
The fact that he
Willie.
mentioned someone learning about his operation gets me a little nervous.
I love it.
Yeah. He did mention taking over the town, too.
Sam was a bioengineered child
Yeah, and there's
to be a
something's
trained
wrong because he
killer.
said he doesn't want the military snooping around. So he's doing something shady.
And the fact that we can't find this Johnson guy gets me even more worried about him.
Zoe was biochemically engineered super soldier.
Well, to be honest, I'm not here to play judge or executioner. I'm more concerned about where the colonel is and that we get out of town.
So, you know, as Miss Erickson comes back out, you know, gives everyone their drinks, gives you your nice tea. You know, she goes on to, I'm not trying to Please do not think that I'm trying to bash the mayor, but this is pure fact. I have no idea where the Lewis brothers came from. They are not from Dalesbury. I've been here my whole life. My husband, he was here his whole life, and no one in town had ever seen them before this horrible outbreak that we've had. They just kind of showed up within the first couple of days, and they came into the town, and they started seeking refuge, and we took them in. We thought that they were travelers or something.
How long has the mayor been here?
Like I told you, just a couple days after the outbreak. But I'd say about 3 weeks total since all of this. This Black Death has just taken over the world.
What happened? What's making you say that the mayor killed your husband?
Well, it was like these two gentlemen, the brothers. I don't even know if they're brothers, but these two brothers, they were in town for not even more than a day before they were starting to gain friends, and with the firearm community, they were talking about firepower, and you needed guns to survive in something like this, and heck, after the first day or so, there was still TV and electricity. We had no clue. There were people starting to cause a lot of ruckus, and starting to demonstrate out in the town. It was just so bad. My husband, being the mayor of the town, he had to try to curb such groups from trying to form, and he and Sheriff Wilson, they even attempted to enforce a ban on firearms, a temporary ban on firearms, just to try to get the town back into some type of order. It was horrible, and unfortunately, even Sheriff Wilson, his poor soul, had an impossible time enforcing the law. Nobody listened. Even there was no martial law at this time. There was still TV. We still had CNN. We still had MTV. My girls love MTV and Lady Gaga, and now they ain't even got their iPods. They're dead now, and they just, oh mercy. And the group, with all the weapons, they basically challenged Sheriff Wilson and wanted to take him on. I mean, having an old Wild West shootout at noon at the OK Corral in our Dalesbury. It was horrible. So of course, the sheriff and of course my husband, both they both backed off. And then a little bit of time goes by, and then all of a sudden this outbreak starts to happen. This outbreak spreads like wildfire. That was when the Lewis brothers, their men, they stepped forward and gained a lot of power with the town. They started eliminating these infected, all these zombies and whatnot, and all of a sudden my husband was killed during those 24 hours of hell. Oh, no one knows who did it, but I know, and Sheriff Wilson knows, that bastard John, he killed my husband. Because as that happened, all of a sudden, John Lewis, he just took control of the town like it was his. There was no type of democracy, nothing. It was just he took the town, and that was it.
And everyone let this happen?
A lot of people that don't take this from me, but a lot of people support him because of all of the those liberals are wanted their guns, and the right wanted their guns, the left did want guns, the left wanted guns, now everybody wanted guns, and it's so horrible. But not everybody supports the mayor. Not everybody. But nobody even is. Nobody's afraid to challenge him. Nobody's man enough to challenge him. A lot of people are afraid of him, and his goons that walk around with him. Before you guys got here, anyone that spoke out against the mayor always disappeared. you know, everybody asks where they go. The mayor at the meetings in the theater says, "Oh, they left town." But you know, all of these people had tails. They all had ties at Dalesbury. You know, a lot of people, they don't believe that. No, but I need your help for my daughters, my little baby girls, and Daddy's dead. Ah. We gotta escape Dalesbury. Oh, Mayor Lewis and his men, you know, they keep a close eye on me. They won't leave me alone. I can't be outside hanging up clothes without somebody watching me. I can't sit on the toilet without eyeballs looking at the goddamn windows at me.
Ma'am?
Yes. What is your name, little boy?
My name is Sam.
Sam, I wish I had a pudding pop to give you, but unfortunately I got no more refrigerator because of the goddamn mayor.
Alright, Sam has a very realistic kind of opinion about everything. Especially when it comes to survival, so... Ma'am...
You're Agent 47, Sam.
Alright. Are you safer here or outside the walls?
I would probably... to be honest, Sam, I would probably be safer outside of these walls. I would rather take my chances with all of those moaning, flesh-eating zombies and when that bastard John Lewis, that murdering son of a bitch, killed my husband.
And why are you still here?
Because I have nowhere to go. I got nothing. Everything's been taken from me except for my girls. My beautiful little... Can you see my beautiful little girls? They don't need to be 8. There's nothing left in this world anymore. All I have left is my girls.
You realize this is a different world than what you grew up in, unfortunately. And you have to look out for what's best for you.
Plus, I don't even think the mayor will let me leave.
Leave.
They won't let me leave. I tried to pack my stuff one time and leave, and they told me no. There's just no place that's safe anymore. You know, unfortunately, the whole world has gone to hell in a handbasket. But there's gotta be some place better than Dalesbury.
I'm looking through my inventory for some type of poison.
I should get an Academy Award for that shit.
I want to knock her out.
The Twitch Academy Award.
Medicine, you can knock her out that way.
I think we maybe have to talk to
but Sam the girl wants to walk up to her and slap shit out of her.
So, little Sam slaps Rebecca.
So Sam basically just kind of shakes his head and walks off.
All right, so you slap the shit out of Rebecca, total pimp slap. You know, and
unless there's something wrong with my TeamSpeak.
No,
I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought you said you slapped her.
No, I said I shake my head and walk away.
Didn't you say you slapped the shit out of her?
No, I didn't say that.
Who said that? Somebody said slap the shit out of her. Or am I hearing shit?
You're hearing shit.
You must be breaking up again.
No, please don't say that. Don't joke around like that.
I want to ask her if she knows who the others are that are not really on the mayor's side. Maybe a list of others we can talk to.
Oh, the sheriff. The sheriff doesn't like him. The sheriff doesn't trust him at all. He's basically stripped all the powers from him, too. You know, just as you guys are, you know, all of a sudden, the door, basically, someone knocks on the door. You know, she looks out the, you know, Miss Erickson looks out the window and says, "Oh, mercy. They were watching me. It's the mayor. The mayor and his men are here."
God damn it.
And then she opens the door and she says, "Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor. How are you?" And, you know, the mayor says, "I need to speak to everyone that is in your house."
I give him my attention.
All right, so you guys kind of come outside.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you guys go outside, and Rebecca, she kind of closes the door behind you, and basically now, the mayor wants to see you guys basically, and you basically need to come with these guys. So the mayor's not there. My bad. These guys are there, and they're coming to get you.
Oh,
and,
okay. I was about to say,
yeah,
you want to talk to us?
yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. My mouth was going faster than what my mind was translating things. So yeah, these guys, that you guys go outside and tell you that you need to come with them. The mayor wants to speak with you, and it is quite urgent. And to please follow them.
How many?
Yeah. And are they armed?
Oh, of course, yeah. They're all armed with rifles and stuff.
Who all is being asked to go? Just
All
the
of you.
group, or also the lady?
Yeah. Well, she kind of ducks back behind the door and then kind of has the door open a little bit, and then over a couple seconds she starts to close the door. But you four are there, and so is Zachary and Michael.
Okay.
So the six of you, there's 8 of them. They ask you to come with them.
Can I take my tea?
Sure. Yeah, it's in a little plastic cup, little sippy cup.
Sippy cup. Okay.
Yeah, it's in a little sippy cup. You got a straw hanging out of it. She put a straw in it for you.
I guess we'll follow them.
They said, hopefully you're going to follow us because we don't want anything to escalate quickly.
Why would you think that would happen? We wanted to talk to the mayor also.
Well, that's good. We'll take you right to him right now. So, they're basically leading you guys, deeper into town, back to the, town, and basically get around the corner. Everybody stops. Several of them draw their rifles, and then basically the guy who's talking to you punches Zach right in the stomach. Definitely knocks the wind out of Zachary, and then he turns to everybody, and now you guys are like totally surrounded by 8 armed men, and this guy who's leading you guys looks at everyone and says, "You need to be careful who you talk to in this town, because not everybody has Dalesbury's best interest in mind. Alright? Miss Erickson is known to be a little unbalanced in the head since her husband became infected and we had to put him down. So all of you would be best served to take anything she says with a heavy grain of salt and just move on about your normal business, because you only got about 30 hours left with us."
Excuse me, sir?
Yes, old Sam.
Actually, I was going to go tell the mayor that she was talking about him.
Well, we usually keep a close eye on her because she's tried to escape with her girls a couple times. And that's why we know that you went there. We saw her talk to you guys over on the other street. I went over and informed the mayor. Then the mayor wanted me to come and get you. So that's the whole reason why we came and got you. So like I said, anything that crazy bitch says, you need to take it like a heavy grain of salt. And she is crazy.
Okay. The whole point to me saying that, of course, was,
Sure.
to you, saying to you, was, of course, to put them at ease and
Sure.
get the
Sure.
suspicion off of us.
Yeah, and you guys are are pretty much back over by the police station. Basically, right across the street, right where the barber shop is. And as Zachary's kind of gathering his breath, and Michael's like kind of ready to punch this guy. All of a sudden you hear someone yell, "Hey, cut that shit out! Cut it out right now! And across the street, you can see that there is someone from law enforcement that, I mean, he's got a very loud voice telling everybody to break this shit up. And, you know, as this guy approaches, you can see, you know, basically the star on his chest, and then you could see on his nameplate, in bright white letters, black and white letters, it says, black with white letters, it says, Wilson. So, you know, when the sheriff, you know, he basically, you know, immediately orders the mayor's men to disperse. You know, one of these guys sort of gives him a vile warning about putting his nose where it doesn't belong. You know, and the sheriff puts his hand on a sidearm and, you know, replies to the guy that was just talking to you guys, and says that safety and peace of Dalesbury is my concern, and has always been my concern since certain people have arrived, and it's always been in my best interest, and it's always been my business.
No, I speak up.
Sure, what do you say?
Mr. Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, it was only a misunderstanding. We were just about to part ways.
Well, you know, as I was sitting back in my chair, eating a couple of the fresh baked donuts that we got, I saw old Tom here hit this poor gentleman in the stomach, and then everybody's drawing their guns. This ain't the Wild West. John, get your guys out of here.
As soon as I say that, I'm
Get out of here.
What's his face that got punched in the belly? Was it Zach?
Oh, he just tells the mayor's men to disperse and get out of here, and they do. You know, they say a couple smart words to Wilson, to the sheriff, and then they all start to disperse. And sheriff asks you guys, what was this all about?
Well, we just heard quite the story from Miss Erickson.
Oh, Miss Rebecca, how's she doing? She's been through so much the last month.
Well, her nerves are rattled a little bit. She was telling us a story about her husband and his fate.
Yeah, come on into my office, y'all. Let's come inside to the station here. So, you know, he kind of escorts you guys in, and, you know, the mayor's men kind of, you can hear him say a couple choice words as they're walking back east towards the middle of town. You know, and he shuts the door, and, you know, he basically, you know, confirms and basically reinforces everything that Rebecca Erickson told you. You know, everything from the mayor and his brother arrived a couple days after the outbreak. You know, most of the town suspects Mayor Erickson is you know, was in order to take over, and since he, you know, spoken out against everyone with the guns, he vanished. You guys have anything for him, or what?
I'm still thinking.
So I see that you still have a gun. I guess they didn't try to take yours away.
I told them they would have had to kill me.
Are you the only one left on the police force, or do you have any deputies with you?
I'm it. Dalesbury, we didn't have a very large force anyways. It was a peaceful town. Always a peaceful town until the Lewis brothers got here.
Now, Miss Erickson had said that there are a number of folks who don't agree with the mayor and his practices. What would you say, percentage-wise, people that would back the mayor from the regular townsfolk? Obviously, his soldiers are going to be on his side, but, you know, as far as the townsfolk, what would you say, percentage-wise, people who are feel as you do?
It's probably split down the middle, probably 50-50.
But his 50 has all the guns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some people I'm sure that have guns. You know, plus you know, the military's here, but they're only going to be here for probably another 24 hours or so. But you know, I'm sure people still have, you know, guns.
Now, excuse me.